Well, hello, everybody, and welcome. My name is Mrs. Morris, and I'm a high school English teacher in San Diego, California.
And hi, everyone. My name is Mrs. Cardenas, and I am a high school English teacher out in Illinois. And we are coming to you guys today with a video that we think will really help you navigate this brand new world that you found yourself in. We're all across the country scrambling to figure out what life looks like now that we're learning from home and attempting to keep ourselves sane and still doing schoolwork and still taking care of our families and our health. So we thought we'd put together a quick video for you that would help you do that. So without further ado, Mrs. Morris and I are going to walk you guys through some really practical steps to get you started.
So you're home now. Now what? I can tell you from my own experience, both as a student and as a teacher, and even as a mom, that being able to manage your time is an extremely important skill for success. But it's not just for success because success is so hard to define. It's more that it's an important skill for your well-being and for your happiness and just contentedness. I feel super out of control when I am not managing my time well.
I couldn't agree more. And I think that being thrust into this all of a sudden, having to just learn how to do it out of the blue is really difficult. This isn't spring break. This isn't summer break. This is school regular days that have no bell, no one telling you what to do and when to do it. So here are some ideas that we have for you thinking about what to do next as you plan your schedule.
So, what should your day look like? As you can see here, we have some suggestions as to how to kind of divvy up your day, the bulk of your day, because quite frankly, you're still a student, right? So, if you're still a student, that means that these days should be dedicated to your schoolwork and to learning. So, the bulk of your day really should be looking at schoolwork. Whether or not that's going to be practical every single day is kind of beside the point. But if you block out your schedule where schoolwork is the biggest part, then that at least gives you a frame to go from for the rest of it.
You also need to pay close attention to your health. When you are home without direction, it can be very easy to neglect normal hygiene habits, general healthy habits. Like you guys, you need to eat meals. And I know that sounds so silly, but you're used to a bell schedule telling you what to do. And now that you're home, you've got to navigate that. So we want to help you look at your bedtime, your wake time, meals, and even getting exercise and going outside.
As you can see, that next piece is mental health breaks. One of the best things for your mental health is the next bar down, family and social contact. Obviously, we are all practicing social distancing right now. And I know that Mrs. Cardenas and I are both home with little kids, and that means that our little kids can't see their friends. And so our heart goes out to each and every one of you who feels isolated and you're stuck at home. But we are lucky in that it is 2020 and we have so many ways to contact our friends and our family, and we can FaceTime and we can Zoom and we can Skype and we can talk to them in different ways so we can actually see their faces. And it does so much for our emotional health, for our mental health, and for just changing the rut that the day can start to get you into.
Completely. We also have a lot of other responsibilities. Students across this country have things going on that are completely different from one another. I know you guys probably still have chores at home, you have responsibilities, whatever it might be. You don't want to neglect those other responsibilities because as hard as it is for you to be home, it's hard for everyone else around you too. So being able to still maintain those responsibilities is difficult. And guys, looking at this screen, that seems like a lot to balance. And we're going to be straight with you. This is a lot to balance, which makes it even more important to set up a schedule for your day. Let's take a closer look at what each of these components contains and how you might think about putting them into your day.
So let's take a look at what your day should look like, or what your day could look like, taking all of those elements we just talked about and putting them into place in one day together. So if we're starting with schoolwork, one of the best ways to start looking at schoolwork when you're doing it from home and you're responsible for your own time is to create a system for yourself. And we will have some suggestions for you, but really you're the only one who's going to know what's going to work for you when it comes to keeping yourself organized.
And to be honest, you guys, I know some of you are in different situations. Some of you are actually expected to complete work, get it turned in, and it's going to be graded. Others of you are just expected to check in and do some enrichment work. But no matter what, this will end. This captivity will end and your brain is still important and the continuation of your education is important. So keep that in mind when you feel like curling up on the couch and just watching Netflix for 20 hours. It's going to be maybe kind of silly and fun to do maybe the first couple of days, but genuinely think about your education and the imperative nature of it continuing on no matter what.
And speaking of Netflix, scheduling your time in chunks is going to be key to success when it comes to doing everything from home. I always suggest work for 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes, and then take a 5 to 10 minute break, depending on what kind of work you are doing. So schedule your time in chunks, schedule some breaks so that you don't burn yourself out.
And honestly, time management and self advocacy are going to change the game. These are post high school skills that you need anyway. You're getting firsthand practice with what it's like to be in college, to be in a job where you work from home some days, you travel, you work in other states, you work all over the place. This is a real life skill that we're kind of pushing you into pretty early, but this can all really help you as you grow and mature. You also need to be mature enough to ask for help when you need it. We are here to help you. Your teachers are trying so hard to make your work manageable, yet also expecting you to grow. So just speak up, send emails when you need help, be polite, be patient, and manage the time that you have.
So, what else should your day look like, right? The next piece was looking at health. So, really important things are like wake up and bedtime. This is a really stressful time for everybody. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the adults in your life are feeling it as well. And so, it might be on you, just like it is on adults, to really make sure that you are taking care of yourself and creating something that is as close to a normal day for your life as possible.
Really, things, guys, like bedtime and water, getting fresh air, doing brain breaks like Mrs. Morris was talking about earlier, exercising. These are the normal routines that just keep us sane. You guys know that YouTube has tons of free workouts. You can do yoga in the morning, you can do HIIT exercises when the weather's nice, go for a walk. I mean, all of that's going to help the time pass and help you keep a perspective that's healthy on the situation, and your body will feel good, and all of those benefits are going to help us get through this together. And to that effect, guys, checking in on your family, these kind of things, now you're starting to feel how all of these things overlap and go together. So just having patience with your family, the other adults that are around you, and reaching out to people to keep them connected to how you're feeling and not just trying to pretend like you've got it all together.
So let's look at your other responsibilities, because you are not just a student. You are not just a family member or a friend. You have a whole lot of things going on all at once. So let's make sure that that's also part of your thought process. You can't forget that there are going to be household responsibilities or there are going to be family responsibilities. Make sure that you factor those things in, because while it looks like the day is never ending, time is finite and you will lose track of time. And these are things to schedule in really mindfully and purposefully.
And remember, I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. If you're feeling really overwhelmed by all of these things, send an email to your teacher, to your counselor. Everyone's here to listen to you and help you come up with a plan. No one really knows what's going on, guys. That's the secret. People are trying to make it look like we've got it together, and we are. We do kind of have it together, but this is uncharted territory for everyone involved. So be patient and send us emails and keep in touch with how you're feeling and keep us posted. All right, let's take a look at a potential schedule that might work for you. We are sharing this kind of template with your teachers, and hopefully they'll be able to share that with you as well. This, guys, is as simple. This version is as simple as going on to Google Docs and making a table. All we've set up here is 3 columns. Column 1 would be your time frame. Column 2, the activity that needs to get done, and column 3, where it's going to happen. Maybe location doesn't matter to you, but I think for some of these, it's important to designate a space where it all happens. So let's go ahead and talk through. I'm going to talk you guys through the morning time. So what we put down here, guys, was from 7 to 9 a.m. is kind of getting your day started, your morning routine. I know, speaking from experience, my younger brothers, whenever it was spring break or summer, they automatically went into sleeping until 1 p.m. and going to bed at like 3 a.m. Like immediately that first day, they were already on this backwards, like no one lives like that routine. for you guys, especially during the week, considering that your teachers are going to be trying to help you, you really need to think about like having a wake time. It doesn't need to be what it used to be with school being early in the morning, but it should be sometime before 9, at least in my opinion. And in the morning, you should wake up. You should get ready. Take your shower, get dressed, do your hair, have breakfast, do your exercise, whatever it is that you want to do. Use your morning effectively so that you can feel ready to go, alert, and ready to take on the day.
One thing that I want to point out before we keep going with lunch and beyond is don't let all the text that's on here and all of the different times overwhelm you. If it doesn't make sense for you to put your schoolwork in 3 different times of the day, if you need to get it all done in one fell swoop and you know that you have the stamina to do that, listen to your own brain and listen to your body and what works for you, right? So don't let this overwhelm you. This is just an example of a way it could work. You'll see that we've got some more time for getting schoolwork done and then schedule in some social time. Do something fun. Check in with your friends and family, color, draw, do one of those YouTube draw with me videos if it's something that just will help your brain calm down and give you something else to do. And then again, schedule in time for dinner and for family time.
And just guys, when you're looking at this schedule also, the goal and what we really wanted you to see was when you build it, that process is helping you section out and make sure that you have gotten everything written down. Whether or not you follow it exactly to the timestamp or not, that's not what's important. What's important is that there are start times and end times to things, and you're not just checking email all day long. You're not, quote, reading chapter 5 of Catcher in the Rye all day long. Setting small chunks of time to get things done from start to finish will help you feel more in control, especially in your schoolwork. So that's kind of why schools have bell schedules, because there's a start and an end, and then you move on to the next thing. So as assignments start to come in and pile up and you're starting to feel overwhelmed, maybe take a look back at your schedule and say, okay, do I need to have a bigger chunk of time here or a bigger chunk of time there? Am I really just putting all my assignments off till the evening? And then when I have a question and I email my teacher, she doesn't get back to me. Well, that's because your teacher is probably sleeping. So think about that kind of stuff as you're moving through this process. And remember, your schedule is yours. I also want to remind you to brush your teeth and go to bed.
Please brush your teeth. Here are some other examples. These are really fancy examples, so I can tell you like my own schedule isn't necessarily going to look like that, but my dream schedule might be the one that's on the right with all of the cute bubbles and the clouds. But there are so many different ways to block out your schedule, and just think of all of the things that you need to do, set your priorities and see where those things can fit, and think about also breaks, eating, hygiene, be healthy, get active, check in with the people you need to check in with, not just for your own sake, but also for the sake of your loved ones. They need to hear from you. They are also going through this just like you are.
So make something that works for you, that fits your style. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out to your teachers. You can also find us. If you'd like to talk to us, we'll keep a link in the description box where you can reach out and send us an email if you have a question about this. But we know your teachers have got your back, and everyone is here to support you in this process. You have within you right now everything you need to deal with whatever the world can throw at you. We believe in you guys. We know this is tough, but start small with creating some kind of calendar for your life so that you can feel organized, in control, and ready to take on whatever lies ahead.
Absolutely. We have an opportunity right now, so let's seize it. Let's see what we can do to improve and to do something that's really good for us all.
Thanks for joining us today, guys, and hopefully we'll be able to send you some more videos soon. Otherwise, have a great rest of your week and good luck.